Producing mushrooms at home is an enjoyable and perhaps even rewarding pastime. It is not difficult to create an environment that allows mushroom spawn with the conditions and foods needed to create the abundant crop of mushrooms. You may produce both familiar and shiitake mushrooms at home, but each kind of vegetable has different development requirements. Mushrooms cannot remove foods from the light as green plants do, so they do not want lighting. However, mushrooms do not necessarily require the black environment to produce. The point of producing mushrooms in the scene is that darkness maintains the moisture that mushroom spores want to produce. The basement offers perfect conditions for producing common and other button mushrooms, and logs used to produce shiitake mushrooms should be held out of immediate light. For instance, white button mushrooms want to be produced on composted organic, shiitakes on forest or wood sawdust, and oyster mushrooms on wheat. If you're producing mushrooms indoors, there are a few options for materials you may apply for farming. You will get the mushroom grow kit already packed with the growing liquid that's inoculated with mushroom spawn. Mushroom growing kits are a great place to go if you're new to this process because the kit can give everything you want. If you go without the kit, the kind of mushroom you choose to produce determines the substance you produce these mushrooms on, so it's crucial to explore each mushroom's needs. Push mushrooms are one of the easiest cases to produce if you want the starting point. Producing mushrooms at home is an enjoyable and perhaps even rewarding pastime. It is not difficult to create an environment that allows mushroom spawn with the conditions and foods needed to create the abundant crop of mushrooms. You may produce both familiar and shiitake mushrooms at home, but each kind of vegetable has different development requirements. Once you set up a mushroom growing place in the house, it's extremely easy to keep them rising. Finally, you might want to make sweet spawn to produce more mushrooms, but as long as you make the material damp and gather these mushrooms as they happen, you should have a steady supply. Once you've gotten plenty, make sure to take them up at your favorite mushroom recipes within a couple of days of harvest, since most can just stay for a couple of days in the fridge. It is really a rewarding matter these days to produce mushrooms at home. You will do great amount of money through selling them to the prospective buyers. Another significant thing is vegetable rising is not like herb cultivation. In herb land, you want to get up expenses for infrastructure. But mushroom rising does not require much high fund development expenses. Nevertheless, investment should be made on buying better grade spores and syringes. World's Language provides very high-quality spores that are carefully selected for catering to buyers. These spores have good genetics and cleanliness. There is no worry involving sterility. To develop mushrooms in the family yard you need not have a huge area, yet a small country would be sufficient for producing a decent amount of mushrooms. While other vegetable wants light to produce, mushrooms are somewhat different. They want to be planted in this darker environment in cold, moist and wet growing environments. Frequently, basement is regarded as the perfect home.